Monzo are now a household name in the UK. Since launching in 2015, they've completely disrupted the banking industry, and now everyone's familiar with their Coral card. I was actually a beta user with Monzo, meaning I was one of the first few 100,000 users. In fact, I was user number 236,747, joining in October 2016. Back then, to join Monzo, you actually needed to be invited. I remember my uni housemate, telling me about them and getting the invite. At that point, at that moment in time, it was a really exciting time to be a Monzo customer because of that exclusivity effect, but also because there was a feeling that this company were going to change banking. Fast forward to 2025, and now they've got over 12 million customers, and they've certainly lived up to that promise of changing the industry and making banking more simple. A key reason why they've done so well is their killer features. And as a beta user, I've seen over the years how Monzo have expanded their feature set. And now they're not just a banking app, they're an all-in-one personal finance app. But over the years, there's been some features I missed and some things I wish I knew sooner to make my life easier. So I want to do this video to go through 5 things I wish I knew sooner to hopefully help those who are new to Monzo or those who have been using Monzo for years, maybe the same time period as me, but may have missed out on these features. The first thing is knowing the benefits of having your salary paid into your Monzo account. There's 2 big benefits here. Firstly, that you can get paid 1 business day early. And this isn't just for salaries, it's for any payment made using the BACS payment method. So things like student loans could work as well. We all want to have our money as soon as possible, so having it 1 business day early is super neat. The second benefit of having your salary paid into your Monzo account is the salary sorter feature. This allows you to pre-sort your salary into different pots. If you're new to Monzo, one of their famed features is their pots, which are essentially virtual piggy banks within your account. And they can be used to separate your money for different purposes. For example, you can have a bills pot, a savings pot, and so on. And Salary Sorter really brings these pots to life, as you can pre-select how much of your salary you want to allocate to each pot. So when your salary is paid, Monzo can automatically allocate your salary into your chosen pots based on your chosen allocations. This is great for budgeting, as it essentially automates the whole budgeting process. The next thing I wish I knew sooner actually takes us a step further. It automates the budgeting process even more. And that's the fact that you can have bills directly paid from pots. And let's bring up Monzo's app to show this. There's 2 main ways to do this. The first way is for those who already have direct debits and standing orders set up from their main Monzo bank account. And if you're in this boat, you just find the pot you want to add the payments to, you click on the pot, then head over to the scheduled payment section, click set up, then click add payments, and here you can see the list of your direct debits and scheduled payments, and you simply click the ones you want to pay through that pot. So it's super simple to set up the automated payments for your pot if you already have standing orders and direct debits from your main bank account. The second way to set up payments directly from a pot is by using virtual cards. Here you can actually make card payments directly from a pot with the virtual card concept. And essentially this allows you to make payments for subscriptions which are non-direct debit like Spotify and Netflix, and also just pay for general stuff using Google Pay or Apple Pay. And you can set this up by going to the pot, going to scheduled payments, and then you'll be able to see this card subscription section, and here you can add a virtual card to the pot. I see add to Google Pay as I have an Android phone, but if you had an iPhone, you'd see add to Apple Pay. The unfortunate part of this is that you need to be a paid Monzo customer to access this feature. Monzo's pay plans start from £3 a month, and I have a video in the description going through these plans. You'll also find a link with a card appearing around here. So check that out if you think this feature could be of use to you. But nonetheless, even if you don't want a Monzo pay plan, you can still use the first way we mentioned to make payments directly from your pots if you want to automate your budgeting process. Let's now move on to the next thing I wish I knew sooner. And so far, we've just discussed things which help you save, help you keep on top of your finances, and help you budget a little bit better. But on the other side of the coin, Monzo also help grow your money. They do this through saving and investment accounts. On the savings side, they're currently offering two types of savings account. Firstly, an instant access savings account, and secondly, a cash ISA, easy access savings account. And for both savings accounts, they're offering an interest rate of 3.50%. On the investment side, Monzo is providing an extremely simple investment offering, and this is great for beginner investors. Here you can set up a general investment account or stocks and shares ISA, and then you have the choice of free investment funds provided by the fund manager BlackRock. You simply choose the fund suited to your risk appetite, so there's no heavy research, and it's really easy to set up and then manage the investment account. One thing I wish I knew sooner, more generally in my life, was how to start my investing journey. The challenge I had in my early 20s was knowing where to start and how to start. But if Monzo's investment offering was around then, I would have probably started sooner, as I would have had a beginner-friendly investment platform to get myself started. I've actually recently started a new Monzo portfolio, and I'm documenting my journey on this channel just to show how easy Monzo make it. So overall, Monzo's investment offering and saving offering helps you grow your money, with the saving offering suited to those who want to grow their money in the short to medium term, and the investment offering helping those who want to get a higher return and are looking at the long term, but also accepting the higher risk which comes with investing. Underpinning these accounts are a number of great features which help you save money and put money away into the accounts. So there's regular deposits, which allow you to have an automated payment from your main Monzo bank account going into your savings pot or your investment pot, just to have the automation and take it out of your hands so you can't skip months. It will automatically be paid into the investment or savings account. As well as this, there's also the roundup feature, which rounds up transactions to the nearest pound and puts the difference into your chosen pot. So again, a great feature which helps you automate the saving process and build up your savings or investment balance. The next thing I wish I knew sooner is Monzo's cashback offering. Here you can get cashback, a little kickback, on purchases made with Monzo's partner retailers. And all you need to do to set this up is go to the Monzo app, head down the home screen, head to the cashback section. And the list of retailers where you can get cashback actually tends to be the shops we actually use. Some other banks tend to have these cashback schemes where they include these niche retailers, which we don't tend to use. And this can end up with us making purchases at these niche retailers we wouldn't have done if there wasn't cashback. So we're making purchases for the sake of it. But with Monzo, a lot of the retailers they use are ones we shop at regularly anyway. So even if we didn't have this cashback, we would have gone there. And the cashback just means we're getting some kickback and saving some money. For example, if we look at the list of offers available to me, it includes household names like Deliveroo and Sainsbury's, brands I use regularly anyway. The actual functionality to do with the cashback, it is really simple. It's simple to use. You just check what offers you want to use, then opt in. And if you want to be informed when there's new cashback offerings, new cashback offers, which tends to be every month, then you can actually get a push notification. So this cashback offering is very neat to save you a few extra bucks. The last and fifth thing I wish I knew sooner with Monzo is the customization features on their home screen. You can customize your Monzo home screen so you have the features, the information you want to see at the top of the screen, and you don't have the features and information you don't want to see. All you need to do to customize the home screen is either click on the three dots next to the component you want to change in terms of the layout, or you can click on your profile icon in the top left hand corner, then click customize, and here you can customize various different things around the app, whether that's the app icon, the theme, so you can go light or dark theme, and then the home features. So for example, you can customize the spotlight area, which is the top area of your Monzo home screen. Here you can select what you want to see in that spotlight area. And this is really useful just so you have the information you want at the top of your home screen, and it's something I wish I did a lot sooner. It would have saved me a lot of scrolling over the last few years. So now we've gone through the 5 things I wish I knew sooner with Monzo. But when I was researching this video and doing some thinking, there were so many other things I wish I knew sooner. So I want to provide 4 bonus quick-fire things I wish I knew sooner. The first is Monzo's joint account offering. I wish I knew about this sooner. It's been a huge lifesaver for me and my partner since we had it set up. It's so easy to transfer between your main personal account, the joint account, and use that joint account for bills or saving pots or anything you need in terms of your finances with your partner or just another person where that joint account makes sense. If you need a joint account, then Monzo's joint account is definitely something worth checking out. The next quickfire thing is the running split feature. Think about split payments, but a running shared tab of them. This feature is great for those on group holidays or in house shares and have shared bills, as this allows you to keep on top of any shared payments, track them, and then settle them. And the good thing about this feature is you can invite those who don't even bank with Monzo. So this is great for those who have those shared expenses. The next quickfire thing is credit scores. Monzo have partnered with TransUnion, and you can easily keep on top of your TransUnion credit score with Monzo. And you can set this up by going to the bottom of the home screen and you'll find a credit score section. And if you set that up, you'll get great insights about your credit report. The final quickfire thing is something I set up super recently, and that's Monzo's insights around your mortgage. I became a mortgage holder at the end of last year, and I set this feature up around that period. And since then, I've used it to get insights around the mortgage. I'm new to this game, and this has provided me super insights on things like my equity, my loan to value, the progress over time, and I can also see the impact of overpayments. So if you want to learn more about your mortgage, get some insights, this is another neat feature. And this is the last feature, the last thing I wish I knew sooner for this video. Let me know in the comments anything you wish you knew sooner. There's plenty of things I've missed. Monzo has so many features, we could have been here all day going through them. Thanks for watching.